Hello, Sal Bonavita here. In this video I will be taking you through 5 hand and finger stretching exercises that you can do before playing the guitar. I use these exercises every day before I start playing, and they are a great benefit to me. I'm sure they'll be a great benefit to you. They actually improve my playing. Give them a try. At the end of these 5 exercises, I've got 7 bonus warm-up tips for the whole hand, and that will benefit the fingers and your playing generally. So stick around for them. And we're getting started right now. Hand exercise number 1 is what I call standard finger stretches. You may have seen these before. What you do is you put your hand out flat and take one finger at a time and bring it back. Index finger, bring it back. You're not trying to break it, but you will feel tension in the back of the fingers and underneath in the palm side. So hold it there, give it a bit of a wiggle. And next finger, the middle finger, and give the wiggle. And the ring finger, bring that back and give the other fingers a bit of a wiggle. And you'll feel the resistance and the tightness of the muscles. You'll feel the muscles loosening up, actually not really tightening, but you'll feel resistance there. And the pinky, and again wiggle the fingers. And the thumb, bring it into the palm and wiggle the fingers. And then the other way, bring your index finger in and towards you and wiggle the fingers. And the middle finger, give them a wiggle. And the ring finger, give them a wiggle. And the pinky, give them a wiggle. Okay, that's exercise number 1. Number 2 is what I call the hand stretch, and that is getting the 4 fingers and bringing them back against the wrist, just pulling them back, and you will start to feel resistance and muscle feeling, the tingling of the muscles on the back of the wrist. And the other way, or you can hold it at the back of the hand. And that's it for number 2. Exercise number 3 is what I call the wrist turn. Flat palm, bring your other hand around, grab the hand and twist. Back down so the palm is facing the floor. Now bring your other hand around and twist the other way for about 5 seconds, and you should feel it up the forearm and the wrist. And there you go. Exercise number 4 is this. Bunch your hands up into a fist, really hard, so you've got white knuckles there, really hard, and then release them. So your hand is stretched as far as you can possibly stretch them, your fingers I mean. And you'll feel tension all in the palm there. You'll feel the muscles sort of stretching. Again, fist, and release. Give them a shake. And number 5 is what I call the second knuckle bend, and that is hold your hands up straight like that and bend at the second knuckle. Bend and straight, bend and straight, bend and straight, and do it fast for a while. If you want to, you can do it like this, hands back to back with your fingertips touching, and bend and bring them back, bend, bring them back, bend, bring them back, bend, bring them back. It doesn't take very many repetitions of this to really feel it in these knuckles. Okay, now let's move on to the 7 bonus tips for warming up everything, including the arm and the hands and the fingers, and getting blood really flowing. Tip number 1 is, I've mentioned this briefly during the exercises, but rub your hands together. And you'll really start to feel warmth and even heat. And stop and shake your hands. That would be tip number 2. But don't just shake your hands, really take the time to sort of make them floppy and loose, like they're made of jelly. That way, this way, flapping like a seal, and around and around. You really start to feel the floppiness and the blood flowing to the fingertips. Give them another rub. Number 3, I have to go back into the center of the room to do this one. Just a moment. I call this exercise the propeller spin. What we're going to do is spin the arm around really fast, 10 times, and then go back the other way, and then repeat the process with this arm. So, this arm first, 10 times really fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I can feel the tingling and the warmth all the way up my arm. It does a world of good, and great for waking you up in the morning too. And now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa. Now this arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was great. Number 4 is to get a sheet of newspaper. A normal tabloid size will do. One in each hand. Hands out straight and crunch them up until they're really tight balls, so you can't see them anymore. There. And if you're really fanatical, you can get, if you still have access to the broadsheet, the really big newspapers, you can do that as well. So that's that. Number 5 is to practice some flamenco palmas. Palmas is simply hand clapping. There's 2 types of hand clapping, soft and hard. The soft, the sordas, you're actually cupping both hands and bringing them together in a muffled sound. After a while of doing this, in a performance, when you're not playing and you're accompanying a dance, you might be doing this. And believe me, after 5 minutes of that, your hands really start to warm up. Okay, so sawdust. Not sawdust, as in wood, sawdust. And the other type is the hard or fuertes. And that is, your hand is slightly curved like that to create a hollow, and you're using the fingers up to the 3rd joint to clap in that hollow. And that produces a very loud sound. So okay, soft, hard. You notice I'm putting some accents in there for the Bullaria compass. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Number 6 is you have to be at a bathroom sink or a kitchen sink. Turn the water on so it's nice and hot, but not too hot that it's going to burn you. Hot enough so that you can just almost not stand it anymore, and then up to and fill it up, the sink up to the wrist. Put your hand in there and just keep turning the hot water on it until you can't stand it anymore, and turn the water off. Then put your other hand in there and hold them there for 5 minutes. I used to just do that and nothing else. And believe me, it does wonders for warming your hands up. And I could actually play better, believe it or not, because my hands used to be like cement. I felt like they were just like lumps of cement on the guitar. But doing that, it really loosened things up. And that one, other people might have sort of mentioned that too, but where I got it from is a book on the Marx Brothers, where Chico Marx, the guy who played the piano, was asked once in an interview, how much do you practice? He said, I put my hands in a sink of hot water. That's how I practice. So that's where that comes from. Number 7 is not really a tip as such, but it's further information. If you want to chase up a guy called Greg Irwin, he produced a DVD and also wrote a book, I believe, on finger stretches. So if you've got some time, type it up in YouTube search and you will find references to Greg Irwin finger flexibility exercises. And this guy is absolutely amazing. Check him out. What he does with his fingers is beyond belief. Okay. That is all I have to say. Like I said, this really does improve your playing. It has helped me a lot, because if you don't warm up, you really are putting yourself at a disadvantage. So these warm-up exercises and stretches really do wonders for your playing. Once you start playing, you will really feel it. So that's all I've got to say. Thank you very much for watching, and if you like this, please hit like, and if you want to, hit subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.